It's time for the Fantasy Football Guys.
That's us.
Get ready to call. It's the Saturday Q&A show. Here they are, Lyle Conkeal and Kevin Moore, the Fantasy Football Guys.
Happy weekend, everyone. I'm Kevin.
I'm Lyle.
And we are the Fantasy Football Guys. Sorry, I threw you a curve there.
Yeah, I was reading a tweet.
Yeah, okay. We are live on Saturday morning. It is week 6 of the NFL.
Crunch time yet, Kevin?
We're coming up on it.
Yeah?
You know what? It usually wouldn't be until like week 10 or 12, but dude, with all the injuries,
Yeah.
it's crazy this year because everybody's hurt, everybody's out, as you know.
Yeah, it's really horrible.
It is very difficult. You have a team where you've lost, what, like 6 starters?
I think I lost 7 out of my 8 first draft picks.
Wow.
And then I even lost people like Chris Sims.
Yeah. People you shouldn't have to care about.
Right.
There you are caring about
Oh,
them.
dude, I was devastated when he got put on a high.
Chris, I hardly knew ye.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to Buzz's Barbecue. That would be buzzesbbq.com to check out his sauce. He says he's going to send a sauce. I'm looking forward to sauce.
I'm looking forward to sauce, too.
Black cherry for me, not for you.
You can have the black cherry this time. That's fine.
Well, gee, thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
I'm allowing it to happen.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a swell fella.
Hey, man, I do what I can for you.
I know you do.
Where's my money, by the way?
Oh, your cash?
Yeah.
I don't have
10
it.
American.
I don't have it.
Also, I went ahead and whooped Kevin's ass in 2 leagues.
We
this week.
covered that on Wednesday.
If you didn't listen to Wednesday's
We
show,
covered that on Wednesday.
went ahead and beat him in 2 leagues this week. He also owes me 10 American dollars.
If your fantasy season is going anything like mine, both of your starting running backs have already been out with both hamstrings pulled.
Right, and if it's like mine, your sleeper pick is still sleeping.
Well, it's not too late to save your season and win huge cash at DraftKings.com.
Playing at DraftKings, that means no season-long commitments to busts or those bench warmers.
Never again will injuries have you combing the waiver wire at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Every week is a brand new season at DraftKings.
Just pick your contest, draft your team, and follow the action live.
Or give the 50-50 contest a shot where top half of all entries win cash.
Even if your current fantasy team is circling the drain, you can still win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.
That's right. Don't wait. Start your new season at DraftKings.com now.
Use promo code GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and play free with your first deposit.
That's code GUYS, G-U-Y-S, to play free for your share of over $1 million in total prizes this weekend.
Only at DraftKings.com. Eligibility restrictions may apply. See site for details.
Right.
You know, if you're wondering why I'm always the guy who says eligibility, because Lyle can't say eligibility.
I can say eligibility.
What was that?
Eligibility.
Say eligibility restrictions may apply.
I say it every Thursday. Eligibility restrictions may apply.
Yeah,
See
buddy.
site for details.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got a big tongue, Kevin.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's very large.
Let's have a look at some fantasy injury news. Rashad Jennings is questionable still with that thumb injury. You know what? It doesn't really matter. It's a 4th straight week for
He's
this.
also still Rashad Jennings.
Right. When he comes back with a healthy thumb,
Yeah.
he's still going to go ahead and be Rashad Jennings.
Yeah,
So
which is going to go ahead and work
never gonna be
against
good.
him.
Eli Apple, questionable for week 6 in case you have a defensive player. I don't know why you care. Rob Gronkowski misses Friday practice with an illness. Dude, when you're sick, that's the kind of thing that can, obviously it goes on for days. Everybody knows this, but it's better than hamstring news.
It
so,
is.
You know,
It is.
Kadeem Carey questionable for Sunday, which is good for Jordan Howard owners.
This week, anyway.
Yeah, well, 1 week at a time, bro.
All right.
That's what we're working on. Zach Miller.
It's
with
bad
his
news
ribs.
long term because he's questionable now, not out.
That's true.
He's moving.
Well, at some point, Jeremy Langford's going to come back, and then it's going to be a huge
Yeah.
mess there. Zach Miller with his ribs not listed on Friday's practice report. People are streaming this guy. You
Yeah.
flipping off the camera
No,
again?
I gave him deuces, man. Look
Oh.
what's up.
Okay.
They're saying hello.
Oh, I got you. Hey, guys.
You should pay attention to the chat as well.
I got so much going on over here, dude. I can't afford to be
I
fooling
know.
around in a chat room. Arian Foster is a game-time decision for Week 6. And as we talked about on Wednesday, basically just fade the whole backfield.
Yeah, I'm just not playing him. Not until he comes back, is healthy, and has a game.
Yeah, exactly.
If he has a game, then I'll start considering him. Other than that, no.
Eric Ebron out for Week 6, as is Latavius Murray for Oakland. So if you are a Washington or a Richard owner, proceed with caution, of course. It's not as good as last week's matchup, but those guys have some viability now. Steve Smith listed as doubtful for Week 6. Let's see, which is never good, with the whole doubtful, questionable thing now. Des Bryant also questionable for Week 6, which means he possibly could play.
Right.
And you know what? If he plays, we're going to have to get to those specific questions coming up. Theo Riddick ruled out for Week 6, which really kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess
it's going to be the Justin Forsett show there.
I guess it's an ankle injury. Dwayne Washington's status is up in the air as well. So you're going to see a lot of Justin Forsett, which is good news for James, who didn't drop Justin Forsett.
Just held on to him?
Just held on to him. Figured he was going to land somewhere, and here he is in Detroit, taking over all the snaps. Good luck for you. But the bad news for you, James, is Kelvin Benjamin listed as questionable with his knee.
Yeah.
Tyler Eifert also ruled out for Week 6. News is getting worse and worse for young James, boy producer.
Does he have him too?
He does.
That's funny.
Yeah, sorry about that, young James. Anyway, let's see.
That's
pretty much the news.
Yeah.
What I think we should do now, I think we should go to the phones to talk to Brian in Pennsylvania. Brian, what's going on, man?
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Did you enjoy that game last weekend?
Oh, F you, dude. Oh, it's Brian Lyon.
Oh,
I
Brian.
recognize his voice. Yeah, F you, dude. Yeah, how about that? All right, look, man. Honestly, the Lions impressed me. They played really well
At home, as they should.
Yeah, and the first 3 drives were amazing. They looked unstoppable. I don't know what happened to them in the second half, but
all those holding calls that Diggy called made them unstoppable. Love those.
There was that kind of stuff, but but F you, dude. How about that?
Like the one where you were holding Stafford's helmet and ripped it off.
That one got called.
Yeah, that got called.
There was a flag on that one, pal.
Yeah, see, when penalties are actually called, you can't really complain about them.
What a dick. So for you guys who don't know, this is Brian Lyon from our forum. He's been on the show before. He plays in our main money league.
He has the unique distinction of being here for our draft show that's never been...
He's the only person outside of you and I who ever heard that show.
That's right.
And he probably doesn't remember much of it.
He lived it.
Yeah, and, he's a huge Lions fan. Lions just beat the Eagles. This is what we're referring to. A-hole. So did you just call it a gloat, man, or did you actually...
a little bit. I'd say probably like 75% gloat,
okay.
Like 25% an actual question. So,
right.
As you know, I have a team in our money league, which is 1-4 in bad, but I have another team that's actually worse than that at this point. So it's not been my year in fantasy. So I, with injuries and stuff, I really need some help with some wide receivers here.
All right. We'll see what we can do. Maybe.
So,
Bad.
I need to start 2 out of this basket of deplorables at a wide receiver here. I got Alan Hearns, I got Cole Beasley, I have Jamison Crowder, and Mike Thomas. It's a full point PPR league.
That is a stack of mediocrity there.
It really is. I don't like Crowder this week at all.
I would probably lean at Hearns for one of those spots.
He needs 2, right?
Yeah. Who was the first guy?
Yeah.
That was Hearns was the first guy.
Hearns, Beasley, Crowder, and Mike Thomas.
You know what?
I think you have
Mike Thomas might be a decent.
I think you have to play Hearns.
That's what.
Yeah, so you got to play him. This out of the other stack, I think I'd roll the dice on Cole Beasley, or maybe you play Michael Thomas. Like I don't know. Thomas could probably has a higher ceiling, right? So he could probably blow up. Beasley is probably a steady play.
Beasley's like
10 points,
4 or 5 to 6 maybe catches for 80 yards. Maybe he gets into the end zone.
Yeah, So if you're looking for a safe play, that would be Cole Beasley. I think Michael Thomas is your roll of the dice. Like you just need a win.
Yeah, and Crowder, I'm just not sure.
I wouldn't play him against the Eagles.
He has slowed the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he gets targeted a lot, but I wouldn't play him against the Eagles. That defense is actually quite good.
Yeah, except for when they play the
Lions.
Friggin' Lions.
They really are good. I mean, they shut down the Lions pretty much in the second half. They played really, really well.
Once the holdings got called,
Yeah.
It was a very strange feeling to lose to win because of someone else's ineptitude on that play. By the way, that Ryan Matthews fumble trying to run out the clock is totally a Lions move.
Actually, that should have been a punt. That should have been 4th down and a punt because the ball was touched while somebody was laying out of bounds.
Yeah, which makes it a dead ball. And they actually they reviewed it. You can see it.
There's a photograph of Jason Kelsey laying out of bounds with the ball on his leg.
Yeah,
but somehow they didn't make it. So
But anyway, you're right. That is a bummer. But you guys got to win. So
Yeah, no, don't even ask me about the grasping of the arm there on the last interception. The arm being held. Don't ask me.
Don't leave it in the ref's hands, Kevin. Don't leave it in the ref's hands.
Well, the only way you're going to do that is be up by 50-0.
Well, yeah, or you could stop the Lions once on their first 3 drives.
Well, if you don't get held at the line of scrimmage,
come
maybe,
on, you can't blame the refs, man.
Sure you can.
The
Because
Eagles
sometimes the
played-
refs are at fault.
The Eagles played poorly.
Sometimes the refs are at fault.
They played poorly.
They're
Admit it.
striped asshat, and we all know it. Don't
Whatever.
complain.
Whatever.
All right,
I'm
so
not complaining. He's very bitter, Brian.
I can tell. Jeez.
So yeah, like if you're 1-4 in that league too, or 0-5, I
0-5.
Yeah, I just play Michael Thomas then. To hell with it.
yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
The
Gonna roll the dice here.
the reason I'm bitter about referees is because I also get to watch Friday Night Lights high school football every week to watch even more incompetency and questionable shady behavior by referees. So I get like double trouble there.
I mean,
Oh man, you're not one of those parents, are you?
He
Screaming
is.
from the stands at the refs.
I holler a couple times.
He's one of those parents. He's
Which
totally
game are you watching, asshole? That kind of thing.
right. Yeah,
Nice.
And with this set of pipes, they can probably hear
it
me.
carries.
It does.
Yeah, it carries.
I can only imagine. So,
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for letting me gloat. You guys are the best as usual, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Take care,
Thanks,
Brian.
See you, man.
All right.
Brian's a good dude.
He is a
we
good
like
dude.
him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a funny guy.
He can also snap you in half.
Yeah, dude's like hyper strong.
Yeah. He didn't used to be. Remember we first met him? He was kind of twiggy.
He was a little bit.
He started working out.
Yeah, hardcore.
We're like, oh, you starting to work
Now he's
out?
running
That's
like
cool.
Tough Mudders and
Oh yeah. Now he's like
yeah.
Luke Cage would be like, nah, man, I'm all right.
Those pecs, man, they just poke through every T-shirt. It's crazy.
Oh man, I can't imagine what time it is for this guy.
Where is he?
It's Michael in Hawaii.
It's me.
Hey, Michael,
Yo,
what's
what's
going
up?
on, man? So what time is it
going
there?
on?
It's 11:15 a.m. here.
5:14 a.m.
5:14 a.m.
No, it's only 3 hour difference.
Oh, really?
3 hour difference.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
Yeah. 3 hour. New York is 11. You guys.
Okay.
New York's 11. We're at 9? So we're 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
But in Hawaii, you got to wake up early to get your waiver wires in.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
before we
price.
Go to the beach.
Price you pay for living in paradise, dude.
yeah.
I think I'd be willing to deal with it.
Except for we're just trapped, so I can't drive out of anywhere to actually watch a real football game.
Well, that's
'Cause
true.
we got such a horrible college football team.
That's
well,
true.
you get to watch, other good teams, play against your team.
Oh, and don't forget, and we just lost the Pro Bowl too. So
Yeah, you did lose that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Was
Yeah,
that a big thing in
'cause,
Hawaii?
Yeah. Well, we're trying to make a difference in Hawaii, but the government doesn't want to actually make the stadium safe for people to come and watch superstars play football. So it doesn't help.
That probably took away a lot of tourism dollars too.
Yeah.
But Hawaii's probably doing okay. in
Oh,
tourism.
it took a lot. It took a lot of tourism dollars away.
Wow. I never
But,
considered the
it's
financial
Hawaii.
impact.
Hawaii's still. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl was like a big thing for Hawaii since I was a kid, and then now it's like because the stadium needs to be retrofitted, and the government they've been waiting like a year every year to fix it, but the problem is like every year they wait, the inflation to hire people, building materials goes up, and so it's just like
Right.
it just keeps going up and up and up.
Right.
Well, places like that have the Olympics are popping up stadiums like it's everybody's business. Yeah.
Yeah, at the cost of their entire economy, though. I mean,
Exactly.
Brazil kind
Exactly.
of trashed the whole place.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro.
Well, instead of fixing our stadium, they're building us a monorail that's going nowhere. So there's our money. But let's get back to football. Yeah.
Very
Sorry, guys.
depressing economic talk.
We could talk about
Yeah,
civil
but,
problems all the
I just watched 2 games straight, so now you guys will have help. So.
All right, what can we do for you, buddy?
Hawaii.
We'll help. We'll
Yeah.
try.
So I won 3 games straight, but then I just went to a 2-game slide. So I just played CJ. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, unfortunately for the penalties, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I kept him. So my other question is I'm trying to prevent a 3-game slide. So I just need to get another running back, which I have Carlos Hyde, Lacey. I got White from New England, which I just got him just to hold on to him or I'm going to get rid of him.
Yeah, why not, right?
And then I have Tevin Coleman.
Oh.
So those are my options for the second running back. And if you guys think it's worth for a flex, then that'd be cool too.
Well, right now, I don't think I said this on yesterday's show. I don't think I can sit Carlos Hyde at this point.
No.
Yeah, I know. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you can sit Tevin Coleman either.
Yeah.
Playing Seattle.
Yeah.
It's justification. But anyway, we'll get to a flex. I think Hyde is the guy we're starting in the running back spot.
Yeah, even in tough matchups, he
Okay,
performs well.
Yeah, he actually won a game for me on the bench the 1 week I didn't play him. Fortunately, I had the defense. I think it was Carolina's defense. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, and he
defense,
lit up. Yeah.
Scored extra points. Yeah, and then the team was winning by 10 points, and then Carlos Hyde turned that into a couple points, and I actually ended up winning that game by
awesome.
1 point
That's
by having
awesome.
him on the bench. So.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and then because my receivers I have A. Brown, Jordy Nelson, Jay Matthews, and the guy from Chicago, the guy that came out of nowhere. So I don't have my phone in front of me.
Meredith.
The third running back, third wide receiver.
Yeah, Cameron Meredith.
Chicago. Yeah, so those are my receiver options. I was gonna play Brown and Jordy just because I can't really trust Jordan.
Right.
Even though I do like Wentz, I have Ertz as my tight end.
Okay.
So I was thinking Antonio Brown, Jordy, and then I was going to go Carlos Hyde with Tevin, but I just wanted to see what you guys thought. And Tevin on the flex.
So Tevin Coleman in the flex versus like Jordan Matthews.
Yes, basically. I don't know if I should stick Tevin in there or a receiver, because Jordy has that chance to give us 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
a couple
you're
yards
totally playing him. You're totally playing him.
Yeah, he's a go.
And yeah, no question about that stuff. So between those two, it's kind of tough, man. Tevin Coleman's playing Seattle, and he's sharing carries, whereas Jordan Matthews has a beautiful matchup against Washington.
He does. Well, he's probably going to be, he's going to get a lot of attention, but I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah.
I think this is actually really close. I think Matthews is probably a safer play, but he has limited upside, whereas Tevin Coleman, as we've seen, can just like catch 3 touchdown passes, or something crazy. So it's kind of tough, man. In your flex spot, I kind of tend to want to roll the dice.
I picked up Tevin Coleman from listening to you guys before the season started.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude.
Hey,
For that info. Yeah.
I think I would roll the dice here and play Tevin Coleman.
I'm not sure it's that big of a roll of the dice, honestly.
It's a flex spot.
It's a flex spot. He has huge upside, and that's what flex spots are for, really. It's kind of a roll of the dice for those spots.
It's just gonna really hurt my feelings if Jordan Matthews catches 2 touchdowns.
It's not going to hurt my feelings at all because I'm an Eagles fan. But I think Tevin Coleman will produce as well.
Yeah. So Wentz only has 1 3-touchdown game, right? So he's going to be around. If he does his average, he's going to be around 250 and a couple touchdowns. You figure one of those is going to go to a back like Sproles or something,
right?
Or
and
Zach
Ertz,
Ertz, right? So there's probably a lower than 50% chance that Jordan Matthews does catch a touchdown pass, and this is just pure speculation, but based on what's happened in the past.
In 4 games.
So let's roll the dice on Tevin Coleman. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I've
been watching with you guys. I didn't see any touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Wow. Yeah, I got you. That's fine.
No, that's cool though. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Coleman then because, I mean, Sherman should be on their wide receiver 1, so hopefully Coleman can sneak out of the back and do his thing.
It's the twofold thing too. One, that Seattle defense is not the same defense it was in previous years, right? They're just different this year. And they're still good, don't get me wrong, but they're not the same. And the second thing is, and more importantly, is Tevin Coleman's not a traditional running back right now. He's playing that that Sprolesy role where they Sprolesy, that's what I said.
The Sprolesy role,
where they get him the ball in space, which is really
Trademark
easy
that.
to do.
Yeah,
right. That's easy to do in the NFL. You take 2 steps and you throw him the ball.
Right. You chip block and then off, you're off.
And then he has 4 or 5 yards of space, and he makes plays happen. So, he wouldn't be in a traditional cover situation anyway. So, I think there's a good possibility that
he's going to have a linebacker covering. Yeah, so they're really good linebackers, but still, it's a good matchup for him.
Absolutely.
There you go, man.
There you go, buddy.
Cool. Well, Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man.
Last question. Just a quick thing. Somebody dropped Macklin. Is it worth going for him, or
Yeah.
Well, who would you drop to pick him up?
I would drop the running back from New Orleans. I forgot his name. White. I think White. No, I don't.
That's James White is for New England.
Yeah, not Blunt, but the other one, the
James
second
White.
one, White. I think.
James White, that's New England.
James White.
Yeah, I would 100% drop James White for Jeremy Macklin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, sounds good. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man. Take care, buddy. Good luck.
And enjoy Hawaii.
Mahalos, yeah, and aloha. Thank you, guys.
Aloha.
All right, man.
First time I've ever said that in context.
And have it be somewhat
Right.
timely and accurate.
That's what in context meant. In the proper context.
There we go.
All right.
Let's go to Illinois. Brandon is hanging out. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, living the dream, brother.
What's up, man? What's up?
Oh, of course. So I'm 1-4 PPR league, and I got some moves to make.
All right.
I had Phillip Rivers QB. I sat him this week, luckily.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Le'Veon Bell's my running back.
Yeah, I didn't sit Phillip Rivers. He got like 9 points. I'm pissed.
Hurts. So I'm either playing Jalen Richard from Oklahoma or Isaiah Crowell in my second RB spot.
I love Crowell.
Brandon Marshall's my WR1, Jeremy Macklin, Kelvin Benjamin's my flex. I had Jordan Reed, but he's looking like he's not going to play, so I'm starting Vernon Davis.
Well, so with the matchups being what they are, Richard or Richard, whichever way you are supposed to pronounce it, he's got KC. I would certainly play Crowell here. Wow, Kevin, really?
Jeez.
Just mute the computer.
Well, you know, I did the settings thing to keep that from happening. Obviously, the settings didn't take. So anyway, Crowell had his worst game last week against New England. He only had 13 carries for 22 yards. Obviously, that was a pooch screw. But before that, he's been viable for the 4 games
And he's
starting the
playing
season.
Tennessee, too, which ain't New England.
Right.
Right, Tennessee's got a stout enough defense. But
yeah,
it's,
but my
it's not-
point is the game got away from. I wasn't talking about defense. I was talking about New England's offense,
I see, yeah.
putting points on the board, making the Browns one-dimensional.
Tennessee only allows 12 points to fantasy running backs, so it's just not a great matchup for Crowell. So
Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I think Latavius Murray's not playing
He's
this
out.
week either.
He's out.
I'm sorry, could you mute your phone, please, Lyle?
Wow, one little ding.
Go ahead and mute that. Appreciate that.
A-hole, dude.
I'm just giving what I'm getting, man.
I'm playing Isaiah Crowell.
Best of friends.
Yes, we are.
Dude, we've known each other now for like 16 years.
Too long.
It's too
long, dude.
We're starting to get into like negative numbers now.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm just
There's
not a
some
fan.
resentment there, huh?
It's all good natured though.
Yeah, well, you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like brothers.
Yeah.
You know, Lyle's become
Oh yeah.
frighteningly brotherish. to
Yeah.
me.
See, that's a good point, Kevin. Because I can talk shit about you, but if anybody else did,
That's right.
I would be very upset with them.
Exactly.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, I might drop
every
them on their
word.
head. Somebody's calling.
So what are you
me.
guys thinking for QB? I need to pick someone off waivers. I got well, I should probably just do QBs. Tannehill, Mariota,
Ooh.
Eli Manning.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a 12 team. It's pretty limited. I got Kaepernick on my bench just to see, that famous Chip Kelly offense.
Yeah, okay. We've seen that famous Chip Kelly offense.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it? Who else you got on the wire?
That's it.
Just Eli?
I mean, it keeps going, but it gets worse
It
and
doesn't
worse.
get.
from
Yeah,
there.
is Brian Hoyer available?
No.
Wow.
So San Diego's at.
Sammy Bradford, but he's on bye.
San Diego played already.
He sat Rivers. He
He
said?
sat Rivers.
Oh, okay. All right. Good for you. I thought you were picking up somebody else. Okay.
You know what? I think Eli is the best of a bad bunch. Honestly,
Yeah.
He's playing Baltimore. Tannehill's got Pittsburgh. I don't like that.
Baltimore's defense is relatively good against quarterbacks.
I guess it's Eli,
Think
man.
Mariota can go off again?
Eli certainly has the weapons.
Yeah, I have no trust in Mariota to be a consistent point-getting quarterback for
Not
him.
yet, no.
And a lot of it's not his fault. A lot of it is the system he's in and the coach he has and all
Yeah,
that.
Ravens are 8th against fantasy quarterbacks.
Right, but they're 23rd against receivers, so somebody's throwing those guys football. So I think Eli's the best of a bad bunch.
Yeah, I don't disagree with Kevin here.
Alrighty.
Which is odd because he often does.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last question for you guys is if you had to trade one of these people just to try and bait someone into maybe, like I had Crowell traded for Odell Beckham Jr. in my league, and it got vetoed.
Whoa. It should have gotten vetoed, but
Yeah, that's not equitable, but,
I mean, I wasn't butthurt about it, but it sucks still.
yeah.
But yeah, which one of my studs should I trade for maybe like a two-person?
Well, I certainly try to package Crowell again. Because he's a guy that's not going to consistently produce. So if he has a good game this week,
his history is not consistently producing.
yeah, I don't think you can go wrong trying to I wouldn't try to trade one of my studs. I would try to trade two middling of the road players that are playing above their pay grade, as it were, for a stud. That's what I would try to do.
Right.
So somebody's
I tried to trade
been bitten by the injury
Crowell
bug.
and Brandon Marshall
Those are two
together.
That's a potential. The way that Jets offense is playing, it's kind of scary for Brandon Marshall owners.
Yeah. So you're not going to get Antonio Brown for that, but you may get somebody DeAndre Hopkins.
Right, you might be able to get somebody decent. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's not performing up to where they should, but probably will in the future.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to buy low on people like that, on people like Beckham, people like DeAndre Hopkins, guys that are just stellar players.
I would not go for Des Bryant, though.
Probably not. I don't know. Romer's coming back eventually.
Yeah, he's further down the list. I wouldn't say absolutely not to that, but he's further down the list for me.
Yeah, I'd want somebody that I was comfortable playing this week.
You think I could get a Mark Ingram, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, you could probably get Ingram.
I'm not sure.
If somebody offered him Beckham for Crowell, then yeah, he can get Ingram.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I would. I don't think I'd trade two players for him though.
Maybe not,
because I'm not sure he's any better than Crowell is at this point.
He's certainly better than Crowell.
Okay.
Do I think he's more talented? Yes. Has he produced more points? Not even close.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're going point for point, Crowell would be the upside guy there over Ingram.
It's a fair point, Kevin.
Sounds weird.
It is. It's a fair point. Yeah, but those questions are really tough to answer because they're highly speculative and based on not only your league and how everybody drafted, what their teams look like, but also the type of players that are in your league. Like some people are really stingy with their players. Some people,
everyone's pretty stingy here.
Yeah,
really stingy.
As they should be. I mean, it shouldn't be the Wild West out there, but Anyway, if you have a question about a specific thing, dude, just shoot us an email.
Yeah, or tweet us or something.
Yeah,
we'll answer you.
All right, yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man.
You got it.
Take care,
buddy. Outstandingly mediocre advice.
The joke that will never die.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, who was the first person that put that in an email? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
It was last year, I think. Somebody said, "Thanks for the mediocre advice," and it just took off.
Yeah.
And now that's what we're known as.
Well, we picked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we really appreciate the pedestrian middling phone call as well.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure, Brandon.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Good luck.
See you. All right, there goes Brandon from Illinois.
Yeah.
We have a couple more callers. Joe is in Michigan. Joe, thanks for and Brian. We'll get to you next, bro. So let's go to Michigan. See what's going on there. Joe, what's happening, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Love the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love doing it.
Yeah, this show's fun.
So I'm a game below 500 in my league, standard scoring.
Also known
and
as
I
2
have a
and
few
3.
guys.
Yes.
I got yeah, not my decision.
Yeah.
Have a few guys to choose from for a flex spot. I got Amari Cooper, Edelman, Ryan Matthews, and Devontae Freeman.
Oh, you need to pick one of these?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, my other two receivers are Odell Beckham and Marvin Jones, who I assumed were auto starts at this point.
They
Yes.
are. They are.
Yeah, I mean, as weird as Odell Beckham has been recently, there's nothing to stop him from throwing up a $150 and 2 touchdowns.
Well, he
week.
did hug the
Exact.
that field goal net thing this
It
last
was a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Well, he hit it first, and then he came and hugged it.
He did, yeah. He had to make up amends.
Right.
For me, Edelman, for me, would be the guy I'd plug in there, and then I would have to have arguments on why you're going to take Brady's top target out.
Because Devontae Freeman's good. Because Ryan Matthews' matchup is amazing. Amari Cooper, I think we can sit because he's playing KC.
Yeah.
Although he's really good too.
The thing for me
is it a PPR?
The thing for no, it's standard scoring. But the thing for me is Freeman's goal line carries. You know what I mean? Every time they're within the 10-yard line, he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
And in a game where it looks like weather's going to be a factor, I'm assuming they're going to be running the ball more than throwing it.
Well, if it was a PPR, I would keep Edelman in over Freeman. But since it's standard, then obviously you're not going to get the receiving points. It's obvious. But Freeman would get the nod there for me. Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to play Ryan Matthews.
There's always a way, Lyle. But if you're talking about...
My running backs are Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson.
Yeah, you're not going to sit those guys.
Good God. How did that happen?
Redskins are 29th against fantasy running backs, giving up over 21 points a game.
I traded up into the late second to get David Johnson because he was still on the board. So.
Oh, good God. Okay.
You know what, dude? I think I'm going to play a matchup here. Seattle is not a good matchup. I think I'm going to play Ryan Matthews here.
That's fine.
Seattle's ninth
I don't
against fantasy running backs. They have similar numbers, believe it or not. Ryan Matthews and Devontae Freeman do.
As a Lions fan, all I can see is him dropping that ball on that last drive, though.
Yeah, did you see the part where it actually went out of bounds? So, anyway.
Yeah, but there was like 10 people on top of each other. You couldn't exactly
Doesn't
tell.
matter. If one of them is laying out of bounds and the ball touches them, the ball is dead.
If a guy is laying on a guy who's out of bounds and the ball touches him, it's dead.
It's dead. It was a dead ball. Anyway.
They reviewed it for 4 minutes, and they said there was nothing.
And they got it wrong.
They still got it wrong. There's a picture.
As a Lions fan, we never win, so just give us one. Give us one.
Well,
game.
we gave you one by 1 point.
Yeah,
and you beat us last time.
Yeah, you beat the Eagles. You kicked the bejesus out of the Eagles last year.
Oh yeah, well, that was Chip Kelly led Eagles. That doesn't really count.
No.
That's true. Fair enough. All right.
Anyway, I think I would swap. I think I would roll the dice on Ryan Matthews here. I hear what you're saying, and Freeman's probably a far safer play. Eagles have a deep backfield, so he starts putting the ball on the carpet. They can pull him easily.
Yeah, I don't hate the Matthews pick, but I think Freeman just has more upside there. Just because of the defensive backfield, I think the running backs are going to play more of a factor in the passing game this week.
It's an excellent point, and it is supposed to rain. Honestly, it's a push for me. I'm going to go with Matthews in the better matchup, but I totally understand if you want to play Freeman. Well, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them.
We've narrowed it down to 2, dude. That's as good as we can do.
That's probably where he was anyway.
Well, I appreciate the help, guys. Thanks a lot.
You got it, man. Thanks a lot. I don't really think we helped Joe all that much.
No, I think he was probably twisted between those two anyway. Well, I don't know. Edelman was in there, and we eliminated him.
That's true.
Yeah. So Amari Cooper was there too, which is totally a startable player as well. So.
Absolutely. But the thing about it is, when you're talking about non-PPR, you really kind of have to shy away from those receivers.
Especially if considering their matchup. People like Edelman, certainly, because he's a PPR monster, but not necessarily.
But like if it's Antonio Brown, he gets enough yards and touchdowns to negate the standard.
Plus, the New England offense seems to be geared towards the tight end scoring. For whatever reason.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe because they're incredibly good. I don't know.
Well, there's that as well. Brian is in New Hampshire. By the way, if you're listening and want to get in on this, 650-733-8334, Yo number to call. So let's go to Brian in New Hampshire. What's going on, Brian?
Hey, man. How's it going, guys?
It's going swell.
Good. I just got a quick question. It's a 12-team PPR. And it's a little tricky because I think I'm doing a flex, looking for a flex here. I think it's a little tricky because I think these guys are all good and could have a good week. But I'm going to throw it on you guys, and I have you decide for me, if you don't mind.
Well, sure, why not?
All right. So it's Will Fuller, John Brown, Willie Snead. And all good guys. I think they'll all have good weeks, but where do you think you guys would lean?
So it's Fuller, Snead, and...
It's not John Brown.
John Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not John. It's not him for me either. So really, for me, it's between Fuller and Snead.
Yeah, and honestly, again, this is going to be a total push for me.
Yeah.
You know what? Snead's playing Carolina. They have a better than average defense. Fuller's playing Indy, right? So Indy's 9th against fantasy receivers. Whereas Snead is playing the 10th ranked defense.
Yeah.
John Brown is playing the 31st ranked defense. Uh-oh. But he's done nothing.
Yeah, that's why I'm so conflicted.
He's done nothing all year, though. He had the one big game against L.A. where he caught 10 pay. He was targeted 16 times in that game. But in 3 of the other 4 games he played in, he had 1 catch. Like, that can't happen. We can't drop a goose egg.
You know, I'm really interested to see if is Carson Palmer back yet?
I don't know if he's 100% healthy.
I think he's playing.
That bolsters John Brown a little bit for me.
Yeah, but he played in the first 3 games, too.
I understand. I know. I understand that.
And Brown caught, in those games, he caught 1, 1, and 6 passes, respectively. So, I just can't start a player that's doing that, Kevin.
Yeah, I get you.
So, I think Fuller's limited in practice. He's got a hammy. He had a bad week against the Vikings, but, you know, everybody does. The thing is, the Colts are pretty good against fantasy wide receivers, but they're bad on defense. I think they're 28th or 27th. I think I'd play Fuller. I'd play Fuller here.
See, I was just thinking Snead.
All right.
That's fair, dude. It's fair.
The other, you know, I understand that the Colts are good against fantasy receivers, but they really haven't gone up against New Orleans offense.
Well, the
yet.
Colts are playing Houston, so they're still not.
That would be a problem. So
Carolina is playing New Orleans. Carolina's defense is, I don't know, they're slightly better. It really doesn't matter because Snead's that slot guy. You know what I mean? So he's going to be getting those matchups all week. So it's not like, he's going against this dominant secondary. The slot guys never do. So it really
like
is
you
sort
said
of
at the beginning, I think it's a push. I think, you can make an argument for either of these guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with the guy who has a better quarterback.
All right. I would play Fuller.
There you go.
That's fine. Yep. So split decision, buddy. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good, dude. I was kind of leaning that way, but like I said, it's like this weird situation where like anyone could be good, and you never know. So
which way are you leaning? Because I have Snead and he has Fuller. Which way do you think you're going to go?
Oh boy. To be straight up honest, I was kind of leaning Fuller. Like he's been pretty decent, but then Snead, and he's talking about he's like 95%. I don't know if you read that or saw that or all.
I didn't know.
So I don't know.
Well,
I'm leaning Fuller, but then the other thing is like he's probably going to play, but it's just an 8:30 game, and it says he's questionable.
Yeah, it looks like
he's going to play, but it's like that stupid thing where you see the red Q and you just freak out, especially with late games.
Yep. No, I hear you, man. He was limited Thursday. I would definitely pay attention to that tomorrow morning. It might make your decision far easier. And again, search his name on Twitter before the game start, like 12:30 or something like that, 12:30 Eastern.
But the game's 8:30.
I know, but still, there would be up to date information
if there is any information,
and then you can slip Snead in there if you need to.
All right. Well, I'm going to my buddy's wedding, and it's like in a camp in the middle of nowhere. And I'll be honest, tomorrow morning I might not be 100% myself.
Right.
But I just hope they have a reception or 4G. So that's what I'm freaking out about too. But that's a whole other story altogether.
Well, in that case, I would put Snead in. Yeah. In that case, I would put Snead in, and then if you do have 4G, you can swap him out. But if not, you guarantee you have somebody that can play.
Right, because Snead is not on the injury report.
Yeah, so I would definitely do that. So put Snead in before you get drunk, and then,
Right, because you may not wake up until 2 o'clock.
That's right, buddy.
I know, man. It's crazy. So we're going to this wedding. It's going to be crazy. And then I just won tickets to an Oktoberfest tomorrow. So.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
It's going to be a busy weekend. Hopefully I can recover. But I appreciate the advice. I'll drink a couple beers for you guys.
All right, man.
Sounds great.
Have a good time, buddy.
All right, have
good
a
luck.
good one, man.
All right. Take it easy.
All right, see ya.
Good stuff.
He's gonna have alcohol poisoning.
I know. That's why I was like, dude, just put Snead in, man.
Yeah.
Don't have to think
You're
about
gonna be at a
tomorrow.
wedding and then an Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not gonna be good. Well, it's gonna be great, but it's not gonna be good. 650-733-8334. The number for you to call that would be 733-TFFG. Let's go to Louisiana and talk to Paul. What's going on there, Paul?
Oh, not much, guys. Driving around garage sailing right now.
Garage sailing?
Was that Is that your idea or the wife's idea?
No, it's definitely my idea.
Oh,
we got
yeah?
the kids in the back, and we make a family thing about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
All the garage sales around here
complain,
suck.
and I buy them. Oh no, they suck.
Oh,
I
okay.
have cheap crap toys, but I got 2 boys. They're gonna break them anyway. So.
All right. Fair
Sweet.
enough.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so I got 2 questions. Last week I called and I asked y'all Phillip Rivers or Derek Carr, and I started Derek Carr, which I was still happy with.
Yeah.
What did we say you should do?
Do you remember what we said? We probably said Carr too.
You said Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have said Carr too. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad go. You're going to run into that tough decision every week. This week it was probably easy for you.
Right. Well, this week it's Derek Carr or Blake Bortles.
Is there a compelling reason to start Bortles?
There would have been last year at the end, but he hadn't really been giving us any reason to start him so far.
So
this
Carr's
year.
got KC and Bortles has Chicago. That would be the compelling reason, Kevin.
Yeah, it would.
I'm leaning Bortles.
So Carr is facing the 10th ranked Chiefs defense against fantasy quarterbacks. They give up 13.5 a game. Bortles is going against the 16th ranked. So Chicago's not as bad as I thought they were.
They're mediocre, not unlike ourselves.
Right. Carr has 10 touchdowns in his last 4 games. I can't sit him, buddy. I'd play Carr again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Raiders are, as I've said before, they're my
So-
girlfriend this year. They're what, 4-1?
Yeah, listen to these stats.
They're playing well.
Last 4 games, Carr is 105 completions on 155 attempts, averaging 266 a game. He's got 10 touchdowns and 2 picks. Those are top flight numbers. You can't.
Yeah, those are Pro Bowl numbers.
Yeah, now I know it's not a great matchup, but it's certainly Pro Bowl now. That's a ridiculous set of numbers there, pal. I think I have to stick with Carr. Bortles has not played well enough this season to warrant a start. Now, if he had a ridiculous matchup, then maybe we would talk about it. But again, Chicago apparently is fairly average against fantasy quarterbacks.
I mean, Bortles in his last 4, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Meh.
Yeah, the 6 picks really hurt.
Yeah, it does.
That's 12. That's negative 12 points, pal.
Yeah,
If you could do math.
He's a guy with weapons, so he could go off. But the safe play I think is Carr, even though the matchup ain't great.
Yeah.
All right, now I got some running back issues. I need to start 2. I've got LaShawn McCoy, Todd Gurley, Jordan Howard, Tevin Coleman, or who is the last one? I'll think of the last one.
Hopefully it's somebody that sucks, because I don't want to have another great running back to try to figure out.
So I mean, I actually don't think this is very difficult at all.
It shouldn't be.
I'm going to play Gurley and McCoy.
That's what I'm leaning to, but Gurley just is not. I don't know. I know it's. I thought about starting Jordan Howard over him.
I understand. But he's got the Lions. They're 12th ranked against fantasy running backs, but they're 32nd against quarterbacks. They're going to get him the rock. He's got 10 catches in his last 4 games, so they're passing him the ball with relative frequency. And he's got 88 carries in those 4 games, right? For 60 yards, averaging 60 yards a game, and he's got 3 TDs. 88 carries. I hear you. I mean, Tevin Coleman would be the guy I would play over him. I wouldn't play Jordan Howard, just simply because we don't have as much data on him. I can push him to the back. But so if you wanted to swap him out, it would be for Tevin Coleman, but I think I would stick with him.
I agree.
That's
I think that that's probably the right decision.
It's a tough one though, man.
All right, well, thanks, guys. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate it. I listen to everything y'all do. Thank y'all very much.
I appreciate that.
Good luck, buddy.
Right.
Bye.
See ya. Wow.
That's tough.
It is tough. And, if it was easy, they wouldn't be calling us, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, if your fantasy season is going anything like mine, it probably is. Both of your starting running backs have already had tweaked hammies.
Right, and if it's like mine, your sleeper pick is still sleeping.
Well, it's not too late to save your season and have some fun. Also, win some huge cash prizes at DraftKings.com.
Playing at DraftKings means no season-long commitments to busts or those bench warmers.
Never again will injuries have you combing the waiver wire at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right, every week is a brand new season at DraftKings.
That's right, it is. Just pick your contest, draft your team, and follow the action live.
Or give those 50-50 contests a shot where top half of all entries win cash.
Even if your current fantasy team is screwing the pooch, you can still win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.
Don't wait. Start your new season at DraftKings.com now.
Use promo code GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and play free with your first deposit.
That's code GUYS to play free for your share of over $1 million in total prizes this weekend.
Only at DraftKings.com. Eligibility restrictions may apply. See website for details.
Eligibility.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Eligibility restrictions may apply.
Wow.
I can say it.
Look at you.
Well, I can say it.
650-733-8334, your number to call. Let's go to Chris in Minnesota. What's going on, Chris? Oh, let's go to Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris. Hey, there's Chris. What's going on, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. What's going on, guys?
How about them Vikings?
Yeah, how about them Vikings?
I know, right?
Yeah. Are you a Vikings fan?
Be 5-0 at this point, but
Are you a Vikings fan?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know, man.
Of course.
Maybe you grew up in Chicago and moved north. Who knows?
Right.
No, never. No.
If I grew up in Chicago, I'd kill myself. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, kind of. Yeah, I got a few quick questions for you.
Shoot, buddy.
So, first one, PPR league. Can I bench Antonio Brown, Marvin Jones, or Will Fuller to put Edelman in?
Fuller. So no to the first two.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Fuller is the question, I guess. Well, so it might answer the question for you because Fuller is currently questionable.
They're both questionable.
I think you could, is Edelman questionable?
Yeah.
Really?
His foot was listed in limited in practice. 15 players from the Patriots were on. He was limited last week with the same issue and was able to play in week 5, looked fine. So I think this is just the Patriots doing their Patriot thing. He also plays at 1 o'clock. You really can't wait for Fuller. I don't think it's even close. I'd play Edelman in a heartbeat in a PPR.
I would too. I mean, he only had 35 yards last week, but dude was targeted 10 times.
Yeah.
And once they get that connection going, those 10 targets are going to turn into 8 catches for 100 yards.
Right.
And that may be this week.
Yeah. I would play Edelman.
All right. Second one, kind of the same situation. Bench Odell Beckham Jr., Allen Robinson, or Jarvis Landry for Fuller, or for Edelman.
Okay, so say them again.
Beckham, Allen Robinson, or Jarvis Landry for Edelman. Can you bench any of them?
So no to Beckham. No to probably Allen Robinson too. Good God, how do you bench Jarvis Landry in a PPR league?
Well, if you're looking for a reason, you can say the offense really isn't clicking. But even though it's not, Jarvis Landry's still
it doesn't affect him at all.
Doing his thing.
So he's facing the 7th ranked Steelers against fantasy wide receivers, but they still give up 20 points a game to him. So he's got 27 catches in his last 4 games.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't think so, man. I think you have to play Robinson and Beckham are certainly starts over Edelman, and I think Landry is too.
I don't know. Let's take a look at Robinson.
All right.
Let's examine Robinson and see what he's doing. I want to find a reason.
He's got 3 touchdowns in his last 3 games.
Robinson does.
Yes.
All right. How many catches?
15 for 55 a game. Versus Edelman, who is 17 for 41 a game and no TDs. Sorry.
Yeah, it's got to be Robinson.
It's got to be Robinson.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, Edelman.
Yeah.
All right, then the last one. Super flex league. I need to bench 1 quarterback. Blake Bortles, Brian Hoyer, or Tyrod Taylor.
Ooh.
That's a conundrum.
It is a little bit, man. I think this pains me, dude.
Go ahead and say it though. You have to.
I'm benching Tyrod Taylor.
You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing.
It pains me, dude, but I think I would.
I mean, he's got all kinds of upside, but he's not had he had a 297-yard game. He hasn't had a 300-yard game. He's only had 1 3-touchdown game. He has had 2 0-touchdown games.
Yeah.
So, that kind of bothers me a lot.
While Bortles hasn't been as good as he was last year, he's still consistent enough. He would actually be my top play this week. And Hoyer obviously has been playing quite well in a backup role.
Right. We know that's not going to last because we've seen it out of him before where he plays well, then all of a sudden really plays poorly.
Right.
So, who knows if that's going to be this week. But for me, Tyrod's had 3, sub 200-yard games. So, obviously he brings a lot to the running game and can score that way.
So,
but if you got to pick one, I would sit Tyrod.
Yeah. Hoyer's playing the Jaguars. We're giving up 18 points a game to fantasy quarterbacks, and he's 100 for 140 for averaging 274 a game and 6 TDs in his last 4.
Right. He's throwing like 70% completion rate.
Yeah. You can't bench him. So, there you go.
All right. Well, sounds good.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
All
Good
right,
luck,
Chris.
man.
Enjoy Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, 16-0.
Yeah.
He'll see you, man.
They came close with Randall. They went
Yeah, they did. They
15-1.
were 15-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, the guy who never misses a field goal
Missed a field goal.
That's tough. Let's go to North Dakota. Talk to Jason. Jason, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you guys doing? This is Juicebox.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I thought I'd call and hash out that bet like we were talking about on Wednesday. I do have a question, too.
Let's do it.
All right, so what was the contention?
We don't remember that stuff.
Okay, well, this was the girlfriend versus girlfriend slot fight, Oakland Chefs.
Oh.
Right, but what was the football angle of it? Like, we can't remember.
Oh, well, I just came up with the penalty, I guess. I don't know if you guys were talking about the spread or if you were...
we were talking about a game. We were talking about the...
It was Oakland...
KC.
Yeah.
And I took Oakland. You said KC was going to win.
I did. So what's the spread?
So what's the spread, Juice?
Do you know?
Oh, Jesus. I do not know.
I'll look it up. Go ahead. Answer your question. I'll look it up.
Okay, so in my main money league, it's a half PPR. I started Gordon and I have Gurley in also. But for my flex, I've got Tevin Coleman or Ingram or Macklin or Inouye.
Wow.
It's actually even on several sites, dude.
You might have to ask that again, dude, because we're sitting.
We're looking at the thing. Yeah. All right. I heard Macklin.
Whichever you want to address first is fine.
No. I heard Macklin.
It's a flex and a half PPR, and currently I've got Tevin Coleman in, but I also have Mark Ingram, and I have Inouye, and I have Macklin.
Macklin's somewhat compelling there, I think.
Half PPR certainly is. Ingram versus Carolina, though.
Yeah, that's why I had Coleman so far, but he's versus Seattle, so I don't know if it's a whole lot better, but
it's not. Well, it is. It's actually worse. It's certainly not better. Let me look at their stats. Panthers are 13th. He's got 42 carries in 3 games, though, and 14 catches. He scored twice in those. Yeah, I think I would play Ingram.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Inouye. He's playing against Arizona. They're tough.
Yeah,
and he's not the first look. But with Deckrod, he may increase. But I agree with Lyle. Oddly.
So with Ingram not practicing for the last couple of days this week due to his illness,
yeah, you got to keep an eye on that. Obviously, yeah, you got to keep an eye on that.
We're talking about healthy guys. So if Ingram is not in, then obviously you go to your second guy. And
looks like he's still expected to play and start. But keep an eye on his status. Certainly, if it wasn't him, if he goes down, I would not keep Tevin Coleman in. I think I'd play Macklin versus Oakland.
Yeah, and a half-point PPR. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's
cool.
Good.
All right, now this bet, Kevin.
Well, I see Westgate has Oakland giving 2.5, but most of the others are like KC gets 1.
Do you want to just keep it even?
Oh man.
Well, I mean, you can give me points if you want.
Where are they playing? They're at Oakland.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you points.
Well, you should. You're at home. You're ahead by 3.5, right?
What are you talking about?
Every home team, you get 3.5 points.
No. See, the fact that it's even or +1 for Oakland means that KC is actually favored by 2.
I am willing to go even.
Gee, what a swell fella.
It's not a stretch.
No, even's fine.
All right.
I'm willing to throw you a bone,
It's
Kev,
girlfriend
and
versus
go-
girlfriend. I'm doing you a favor.
That's right. Casey is your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oakland's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine. What,
All
do you
right.
want to roll at $10?
Let's do the 10.
We're going to let that $10 ride.
Let it ride.
You're not going to do the name thing?
What name thing? We don't remember what we
The
said.
hyphen thing?
Oh, is that what we're doing? Are we doing hyphens? Oh, that's right. We did talk about
I threw it
that.
out there. I just threw it out there.
Yeah, where we had to hyphenate our names. Yeah, like because this juice box, he's Captain Hyphen.
Yeah, I know. So,
Yeah.
is your wife's name first or is your name first?
I'm Kramer, so my wife's name is first, and then my name is last.
Okay.
So you'd be Kevin Conkeal Moore.
Oh, so I'd have to take your name.
Yeah.
Not my wife's name.
No, yours.
So in this
Not
scenario,
mine.
you're my old lady.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of are my bitch. So
Let's just keep it to the $10.
yeah, let's get.
I mean, we can go neckbeards too if you want to do that. Neckbeard the pirate. Have to shave your face daily. Cannot shave your neck for a month.
I have to go to an office occasionally. I can't do that.
Neckbeard the pirate.
Yeah, I think we're just going to roll with the 10.
Yeah, let's stick with the 10 American.
Yeah, 'cause, wearing the tutu, mowing the lawn type stuff doesn't really work for me so much.
Right.
So
yeah.
Plus, the whole hyphen thing. Who would do that?
I know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Progressives.
Ridiculous.
It is.
Probably some Democrat from North Dakota.
Right.
It's all
right,
good,
guys.
buddy.
All right, Juice. It's always a pleasure.
Take care, Hyphen. So the guy who called previously, Chris from Minnesota,
See you, man. Yeah.
that he just wrote in the chat room. That's Orton Zahua on the forum.
He is?
I don't know why he didn't say anything.
Dude.
Yeah.
You got to let us know if you're on the forum.
Yeah.
Orton's a hua.
For those of you who don't know, we used to call Kyle Orton that because he was always on his back.
By being tackled and sacked a lot.
And this makes a lot of sense. He's a Vikings fan. He liked to make fun of Kyle Orton.
Who was with the Bears
He was with
at
the
the time?
Chicago Bears at the time.
Right,
It
Orton.
all comes together, Kevin.
It's all coming together. Crazy. Dylan is in Austin, Texas. What's going on, Dylan?
What is up, guys? How y'all doing today?
Swell.
Chilling.
Killing. I love it. Hey, I've been listening to you guys for, about 7 years now. This is the first time I ever called y'all. I figured I'd call in and give y'all some love today.
I would like to formally
So,
apologize for the last 7 years of your life.
Yeah.
Well, so my predicament I'm in, I'm doing good in my other two leagues, but this league has been hot garbage. It's been terrible.
All right.
I drafted Peterson, Rawls, and Dion Lewis, and Moncrief, and Le'Veon Bell, and Tom Brady. So you can imagine it's been rough going here at the start.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a pretty crucial week. So I thought I'd call and get some advice from you guys.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let the healing
I've
begin.
got in my hopefully in my second running back, I've got James White.
Ooh.
This is a PPR?
Duke Johnson.
This is PPR?
No, it's standard
Ugh.
10-team league. And so I got Duke Johnson, James White, and Justin Forsett. Le'Veon Bell is holding down the number one spot. So I'm 2-3 right now. I need this week bad. So any advice y'all can give me would be great.
Well, the good news is for you is that Theo Riddick is out, and that Washington's prospects of playing aren't great either. So Forsett, who just got to Detroit, looks like he's going to play a lot this weekend.
They're playing the Rams, though.
They are playing the Rams, but would you rather play Duke Johnson in a non-PPR?
Not Duke Johnson, but maybe James White?
No,
no. Yeah, I'd play
it's
Forsett.
Forsett,
They all
dude.
suck, dude. They all suck.
You're not telling him anything he doesn't already know.
Yeah, they all suck.
Right.
So, yeah, just play Forsett and hope for the best.
Yeah, cross your fingers, have a beer.
Oh. Okay, so great vote of confidence. That's what I needed.
Well,
sorry, dude.
We're famous for giving
Well, guys, I'm not
mediocre
gonna
advice
take
for
any
a
more of your
reason.
time.
All right, buddy.
All right, well, good luck with that
But
whole.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
See ya.
Have a good one.
There's Dylan
right,
in
thanks.
Austin, Texas, with a stack of hot garbage.
Yeah.
If you want to get in, we have open lines. So you can do that by calling 650-733-8334. We do have a couple of email questions.
We do.
So you want to go to see Christopher says, hey, guys, tried to get my question answered on the Thursday question show, but I guess it was just missed.
Yeah, he just got it in late.
So hopefully you guys can get it into Saturday.
We will.
The call-in show. Hey, here we are. 1 point PPR, start 1, Jamal Charles, Willie Snead, or Will Fuller.
Good God, man.
Well, see, here's the thing. Jamal Charles is going to be, quote, sprinkled in. So until I see him have a game, I'm not really going to feel comfortable recommending him for a go.
Yeah.
So we're back to the Willie Snead, Will Fuller question.
And we went Fuller.
We went Snead because he's going to be drunk, but play Fuller, if you can.
Yeah.
And we should probably stick with that.
I still think I'd play Charles.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Let me look up some info on him.
If there's really no info to have on him.
Full participant in practice, expected to have a bigger workload.
He had what, 2 carries 2 weeks ago?
Charles is expected to garner a full workload as the number 1 running back for the Chiefs, with Spencer Ware being viewed as a handcuff for fantasy football purposes.
Well, if you can believe that,
Charles should be considered a low-end RB1.
Well,
that's somebody writing an article. I mean, obviously
if that's accurate, then true. But I picked Snead over Fuller last time, and you picked Fuller over Snead, so we're still in that. But if Jamal Charles is that, starting,
if you're seeing tomorrow morning that he's 100% go,
then it would be Charles.
It's the Charles show, because he benefits from the 1 point PPR too. I mean, I'm not telling you anything that you didn't know, but
right.
Those of you who don't know,
right. Jamal Charles does catch a lot of passes traditionally. So there you have him. Matt Ryan at Seahawks or Hoyer at Jags?
Good God. That's a bad matchup, but I can't sit Matty Ryan.
No, I mean, that's what we call getting cute.
Yeah.
You got to play the guys who've been producing. And Hoyer's been playing well, don't get me wrong. And he may outscore Ryan this week.
It's possible.
But Ryan has been, going ham lately. So, yeah, you can't sit Ryan. So 1 point PPR starts Sterling Shepard, Cruz, or Coates?
I would start Sterling Shepard.
I would too. I like Coates, but he hasn't practiced much this week. I don't know what his deal is, but I think it would be Sterling Shepard there, and certainly not Cruz.
Right.
Thanks for all the help, guys. Best show when it comes to answering fans' questions.
We're probably the only show that answers fans' questions like this.
Well, we try to answer every question.
Yeah.
If we can answer every question, then we absolutely do.
Yeah.
Which,
Anybody on the phone?
In moments, I think. They're with young James right now.
Oh, God, I didn't hear.
In fact, he hasn't typed him in. So let's get to
Blacklight Charlie.
Let's get to Charlie here. So how's it going with the broken nose, Lyle?
It sucks.
Hope you're on the mend and feeling better soon.
Thank
Just
you.
a trade worry this week. I need someone to tell me I'm not crazy. I traded Melvin Gordon for Jamal Charles. I feel that was strong enough at running back to roll the dice on him. I'll list my lineup, then the bench. Let me know if you would swap anyone out this week. Thanks for your info. Help you guys. Right?
I actually like it given his running backs.
Yeah, he's got Big Ben and QB, which is good. I mean, he's got Carr on the bench, which is not bad to have. You got to start Big Ben, obviously. He's got Bell, LaShawn McCoy, and Melvin Gordon. The trade doesn't go through until Saturday, so he's going to have Bell, LaShawn McCoy, and Jamal Charles. Mm-hmm. Love that.
But he's got Spencer Ware on the bench, too.
He does. And if the article you read is accurate, then that's where Spencer Ware belongs. Wide receivers are Crabtree and Kelvin Benjamin. Watch Kelvin Benjamin's knee. Keep an eye on that. No, if Benjamin's out, would you play Enunwa or Mohamed Sanu?
Sanu.
You'd play Sanu. Okay, that's fine. I don't disagree with that.
I like Enunwa, but they got a tough matchup, and the Jets, their offense is scaring me a little bit. Anybody other than Matty Forte? I mean, Brandon Marshall, I guess, falls into the auto-start category, too, because he's at least a flex, but...
Yeah.
Anybody but other than Forte, I'm not feeling really good about. And Forte's, starting to earn that, that wavering spot.
Yeah.
He's good. But if that offense implodes, we've seen that he just doesn't get the ball anymore.
Yeah.
We have. Good God, these photos. All sorts of underboobage.
And then, I was just looking at the words. I hadn't seen the attachments yet. Outstanding. Well done, sir. P.S. I never got the email on whether to send you fellas some tasty beer.
Yeah, go ahead and reply to him, Kevin.
Okay, I'll do that.
Your home address.
Yeah, we'll absolutely do that. All right, let's go to Ryan in California. What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, guys. How you doing? I got you guys up on Twitter watching you guys again.
Oh, awesome.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
So, and I don't see a Reggie White jersey.
No.
What happened?
I rode the bike today. It was a little chilly, so I threw the sweatshirt on. I got lazy with it.
Nice.
Right, and I'm at home, so I'm just wearing shorts and a T-shirt, and Crocs.
Yeah.
I'm a big Crocs guy.
Oh yeah, right. You're the dude who's a Eagles fan in California, right? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I remember you.
Yeah. So I listen all the time, and so I have a 1-point PPR, right? And I need to start 3 of these 5 wide receivers, and I drafted pretty well. So Edelman, Hopkins, Brandon Marshall, Crabtree, or Snead. I need 3 of them in a 1-point peeper.
Wow.
God.
I know.
All right, it's a 1-point PPR, right? Okay.
So it's Edelman, Hopkins, Crabtree, Snead, and who else?
Brandon Marshall.
Good God.
I know.
So
we're sitting 2, right?
Yeah, we're going to sit 2. Exactly.
Honestly, it's kind of sad, but I think Snead's completely out of the conversation.
We have to drop 2, so we have to figure out a reason to, and I think he's out of the conversation.
Hopkins and Marshall are guaranteed if, assuming Marshall's 100% healthy. Let me see. His foot is practicing full. Okay. So he's good. So Hopkins and Marshall, I think you have to play. The question becomes, do you play Edelman for the PPR stuff, or do you play Crabtree because all he does is catch a million touchdowns? He's playing KC, not a good matchup. Edelman's playing at super close. Oh, what the hell was that?
Got me.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Oh.
I got a text message.
Oh.
Can you guys hear my text?
Yeah. It's all we can hear.
Yeah, we heard it all the way across the country, brother.
It's a super tough.
Lyle actually jumped out of his chair.
Did.
It was great.
It scared me a little bit.
I saw him.
Yeah. Edelman or Crabtree, Kevin? I know you love Edelman.
Well, I love him in a PPR, and everybody should, quite frankly. But dude, Crabtree has just been playing out of his damn mind.
He keeps catching TDs. He only caught 3 passes last week, but one of them was a touchdown.
Yeah,
he's got 5 on the year. In a PPR, I think it's pretty hard to sit Edelman. So I guess maybe I can justify it because Oakland is playing Kansas City and Amari Cooper's there.
There's that text again.
Yeah, I didn't jump that time.
I know. I'm getting blown up.
People are seeing you on the show going, hey, you're on the show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I think I'd play Crabtree.
I think I'm going Edelman.
Yeah. Well, we narrowed it down to
those 2. Snead's out of the conversation. I would play Edelman. Kevin says Crabtree. I don't think you can go wrong with either.
And then Hopkins and B. Marsh.
I don't think you can sit either of them, right?
I wouldn't, no.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, Hopkins hasn't been, Hopkins of late, but, the matchups get a little easier from here on out.
Yeah, they're playing Indy.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
So.
I know. I feel like Hopkins is due.
He
it's
is.
like. Yes.
He's due.
What did he say?
Well, I'm going to take one last quick look at what Crabtree's done lately.
He's got 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know, but I want to actually look at numbers.
All right. Well, if you pull up the notes file, you can look it up.
All right. So
his last 4 games, he's 22 catches for 67-yard average and 5 touchdowns. And he's playing the 28th ranked. The Chiefs are 28. I thought that they were better against wide receivers. Never mind. Changed my mind. Crabtree.
Crabtree it is.
Yeah, I'm going Crabtree.
You just sold me. Right
I did not
there.
realize the Chiefs were so bad against fantasy wide receivers. I probably should have looked at that.
Probably.
Yeah, they're 28th, giving up 24.5 points per game. And Crabtree has 22 catches and 5 touchdowns in his last 4. Those are numbers that I like.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's what I would do, buddy.
All right, thank you. And then in the same league, running backs, right? So obviously I went heavy wide receiver, and I did well there. But, I had Woodhead. He got hurt. But so now I'm stuck with Lane, Arian Foster.
Who was the first one?
Can't get on the field. Arian Foster.
Okay.
Spencer Ware, Terrence West, or Bilal Powell. Those 4, I need 2 of them.
Oh.
Well, West.
Jesus.
Terrence West is 1, and Arian Foster's supposed to be playing this week.
Yeah, Arian, if he plays,
I can't play Spencer Ware if Jamal Charles is going to get a full workload.
That's true.
Pay attention to that. Tomorrow morning, look it up and make sure that Charles is going to. They don't have any of this peppering him in nonsense, right? Powell is a near non-entity most of the time, and he's playing Arizona.
Right.
So I don't think we can play him.
So we'll put them in this order. We'll put him in West, Foster, Ware, Powell.
Ware and then waiver wire.
Right. Who's on the waiver wire? Just out of curiosity. Seriously, who's on the wire?
Man, this is a keeper league. These guys are on their game. We've been in this league for like 8 years. It's thin. Like Cameron Artis Payne and who's the guy that Kevin picked up? I forget his name, but whatever.
Hillman?
It's thin. These are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did somebody drop Forsett? Is he sitting out there waiting for you?
Yeah, he is.
Get him.
He is.
Yeah, pick him up.
Drop Powell, get Forsett.
Yeah, pick Forsett up immediately.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I wouldn't play him this week.
I would.
You'd play him over Arian Foster?
Yeah. I absolutely would. He's going to get all the carries. Foster's going to be sharing with Ajayi, maybe even Williams. Yeah, dude.
All right. Yeah, I'll play him too. Kevin convinced me.
I mean, it's not sexy, but, the guy's going to get a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
An ton of work.
It's just like I drafted Arian Foster. I haven't used him yet. And once again, it's like I'm not going to play him when he finally gets back into the lineup. It's frustrating with that guy.
Yeah, it is, but this is a tough matchup for him, and he's a game time decision at this point. Looks like he's going to play, but we'll see.
Right.
Yeah, man. Never give up on the waiver wire. There's always little nuggets in there you can find. I mean,
and then I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, and then two quick, easy questions, and I'll let you guys go. Have you heard anything about Dion Lewis, and is Kenneth Dixon worth keeping on my roster?
So from what I've read, I believe Lewis is eligible to return to practice next week.
After week 8 or for week 8.
Right. No, week 7, right?
Well, it would be after week 7's game. It would be 4 weeks week 8's game.
This is week 6. Earliest Lewis. So pup rules. Okay. Wow, this is really convenient. Earliest Lewis can practice would be Monday, October 17th. The latest he can begin is November 22nd. So he can play week 7 versus Pittsburgh. So he's recovering from that ACL. Let me see. He was walking around without a limp and without a brace, but we don't have much details.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's the Patriots. They don't give away anything. So if we can see him walking into the facility, but you don't know if he's cutting, if he's running full speed, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then they play Buffalo week 8, and then week 9 they have a bye. So I'm thinking the earliest I'll see the guy is week 10.
Yeah,
but
that's my thought. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's real good, man.
Yeah, when he comes in, that whole offense changes. Yeah. Assuming he comes back, ready to roll.
Yeah, as far as Dixon's concerned, I don't know what to make of him. Kid was amazing in college.
Right.
Is
he? Terrence West is not the guy. I mean, so everybody knows this.
You know what though? I just made up my mind really quickly. He just said it was a keeper league and a deep league. Yeah, you hold on to him.
You keep
Kenneth Dixon. See what he does.
Yeah, rookie running backs who have upside, you got to hang on to.
Yeah, so I think you hold on to him for now. So drop Powell and pick up what's his Forsett?
Forsett.
And
Forsett.
Yeah. And you'll get Dion Lewis back fairly soon, a few weeks.
Yeah.
So you'll be all right.
You'll be all right, man.
And then I ride nice and smooth to the championship. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it. But with your wide receiver core, as long as you can shore up those running back spots, you're going to be fine.
I know that I'm good.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
Let me tell you something, man. The next top game awesome game that Snead has, I try to move him.
Yeah, trade him.
Because you don't want to have the same 5 questions the same question on these 5 guys every week.
Yeah, and you're going to be sitting somebody who you could definitely get someone else for that you could actually play. You could get a running back for him.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Especially-
good, man.
yeah.
He's good.
He is good.
Or, you know what? I don't know what your tight end situation looks like, but once you get, Lewis back and you have Forsett, once all this happens, bolster another position.
Yeah.
What kind of quarterback do you have? What kind of
I
tight
got-
end are you looking at?
Well, I have Rivers at quarterback, and I have Delaney Walker, tight end.
Okay, you're
So
fine.
it's pretty solid.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Pretty good there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I would still try to move
if I
him
could
maybe
just
for a
work-
running back.
I'm going to definitely try that.
Yeah.
But it is a keeper
All
league,
right,
so
man,
having
cool.
Snead going forward wouldn't suck either. So
Yeah, it wouldn't.
I mean, don't sell the guys short, to be sure.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, go Birds, man. Beat those.
All right, man. Go Birds. Thanks again.
Yeah, man.
All right,
I
brother.
appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks
It's always
lot,
a
man.
pleasure. All right, Ryan.
Good luck
we'll
this
see
week,
you, man.
buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So, and there's the finger again.
I'm doing deuces, man. Peace out, homie.
Yeah, but I always know that the finger is not far behind.
Oh, I can roll that too.
James says, "Hey guys, loving the almost nonstop mediocre action with the 4-show format. Quick question: in my auction league, which is a standard scoring league, Lyle, I have to start 3 receivers."
You didn't get to Preston.
What's that?
You skipped an email.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
Have to start 3 receivers and no flex. D. Thomas, unfortunately, played Thursday. Did you play him? No, that's the question. Cooks, playing him for sure. Either Royal, Fuller, or Dez if he plays.
Yeah. Standard scoring, so I wouldn't play Royal. I'd play Fuller.
Yeah, no, obviously you got to keep an eye on his
Status.
hammy sitch.
If not, do you play Dez over Royal? I think I'd play Royal there.
I would probably play. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Dez had a game with Dak, but when Romo comes back, if he plays, then Dez he automatically jumps up, in my mind.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this week coming off of the injury, I would probably roll with Royal at that point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
He missed out on the on Bennett. It's a bummer.
Yeah. So Preston says, "Hey Kevin, Lyle, love your show. You guys are hilarious. This is the first fantasy league I've played, and you've helped me learn a lot. Well,
that's
thank
good,
you, man.
man.
Appreciate that. In a 10-team standard league, a quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, a kicker, a defense. No flex, apparently. Okay, 6 bench spots. I'm 1-4 in 9th place and need help to get out of this losing slump.
Apparently, we haven't helped you that much.
That's true. I have running back issues. I have Jordan Howard at Jacksonville, Forte at Arizona, Theo Riddick at the Rams, Frank Gore at Houston. Definitely want to play Howard, but which other running back should I use?
Well, unfortunately, Riddick is down.
He is.
So he says Forte hasn't been great since week 2, and he has a bad matchup this week. I don't care. I think I would roll the dice on Forte over top of Gore.
Yeah, Gore's been pretty consistent, getting about just under 12 points a week.
But that's not helping you.
Right.
Right.
You're 1-4 with those points.
Right. You need 22. And I don't think Gore's capable of doing that. We know Matt Forte is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the wide receiver side, I have T.Y. Hilton at Houston, Will Fuller at the Colts, John Brown at the Jets, Sterling Sharp at the Ravens, Curley, that'd be Jeremy, at the Bills. I will definitely play Hilton and Fuller, but I'm not sure about the third slot. I would only play John Brown if Carson Palmer's playing. Playing Curley makes me nervous because they're putting in Kaepernick, and the Buffalo defenses have been pretty good lately, and plus they're on the road, those 49ers. I like Sterling Shepard, but Manning hasn't been throwing like garbage these past few weeks.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Again, I think you have to start the guy with the most upside, and in this situation, it's Sterling Shepard.
I agree.
Johnny Brown is compelling because, again, he does have those missed games, but he has had at least one huge game and another really good one. So maybe you roll the dice there, but at 1-4, man, I need to guarantee some points. I would play Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, I would too. But you know what? You're discounting Curley. Not you, but the writer is discounting Curley pretty quickly. But I want to take a look at his numbers of late, and because I've been recommending him for a few weeks
Last
on the
4
waiver wire
games,
show.
he has 18 catches for 56 yards per game average and 2 touchdowns.
A touchdown in each of the last 2.
Each of the last 2.
Last 2 weeks, 88 and 102 yards.
Yep.
So yeah, I agree. I mean, he's not an automatic start, to be sure.
Not yet, no. His numbers are slightly better than Shepard's, but Shepard has a pretty good matchup against the Ravens.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually And he gets targeted quite frequently. He didn't catch the ball that much, but he gets targeted quite frequently.
Right.
Ravens are, 23rd against fantasy wide receivers, 23.6 points per game.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you convinced me. Sterling is the man. Yeah. Quarterback, I have Cam Newton and Matt Ryan. If Cam plays, he's projected to get crazy numbers against the Saints, as everybody does. On the other side, Matt Ryan has been hot this year. Ryan at Seattle or Cam at the Saints. I'm leading toward Ryan because he's been so good.
It's hard to bench, and Cam has not been himself. However, man, I don't know that I can sit him against the Saints. Cam is good enough that you can play matchup bingo between these two guys.
Yeah, I would say, the whole thing is, Cam has been practicing whether or not he's cleared for actual contact because the quarterback in practice doesn't get touched. The hardest hit he's going to take is, if he bumps his head when he leans down to the water fountain.
Right.
So, obviously, game contact is different. If he's playing, I would play Cam.
I'd play Cam too.
Thanks for the advice. I wish you all the best. Well, that's very nice. Nothing about our mediocre, blah, blah, blah. It was kind of nice. Thanks. You appreciate that. I think I missed another one, didn't I?
There's one left. There's the top one.
All right. So, Always Winning says, I love the podcast and live shows. Thanks for the great advice. Hey, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Standard scoring. Who should I start as my RB2? Giovanni Bernard or Tevin Coleman?
Not even close.
It's Tevin Coleman.
It sure is, buddy.
It's Tevin Coleman all the time.
All day. And that's the show. Man.
That is the show.
Hour and 22 minutes, Kevin, of live fantasy gold.
Bingo.
Oh, did you hang up?
Yeah.
Oh, you hung up on the thing.
Yeah.
The call-in studio thing.
Yeah, because you know what? I realized last week that I had Skype open for like 3 hours.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's like, probably should hang that up.
Yeah. Does that charge us money?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, great. Like pennies per minute?
Yeah, it's Skype, dude. It's
right.
It's an 800. It's not an 800 number. Anyway, maybe it costs us a few dollars. I don't know.
Good. Good job.
Yeah,
Kevin.
appreciate that. Yeah, it's good. All right, we're out of here. Enjoy your Sunday games. I'll be back on Tuesday morning with your waiver wire gets.
And I'll be back. We're just going to say Friday.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be Thursday.
Well,
if I don't have any issues with the copy.
Yeah, you should be. You got it
morning.
now. You're good.
All right.
You're rolling. So Thursday is probably better since there's a Thursday night game.
It is better.
But anyway, we'll be doing our usual thing.
Right.
All right. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man. Peace out, bitches. Love you, mean it.
Oh, it's terrible. Awful.